thanks for joining me today. I'm Mr. Rogers and welcome to the neighborhood. Today we have 4 special guests and I will introduce them shortly. Today's topic is all about the usage of technology in classrooms. These guests will share their theories and opinions on technology and maybe even show us some of their favorite apps. Let's meet our 4 guests today. Our first guest is from a little town in Italy and is best known for the schools that bear her name that reinforce the way children naturally learn. Please welcome my good friend Maria Montessori. Hello Maria and welcome to the neighborhood.
Hello, Fred.
Why don't you first start off by explaining a little bit about the inspiration behind creating your school?
Well, I believe highly in focusing on a child-centered educational approach. Each child is valued as a unique individual, and I believe that moving and learning are inseparable, and that the child must use their 5 senses to understand their natural world.
So what is your perspective on the usage of technology in classrooms today?
At first I was against it, the idea of incorporating technology in the classroom, but I've come to find that it can be effective if you find the right tools, as long as the children are allowed the opportunity to naturally play and use their senses, then I'm alright with it.
Wonderful. The viewers are dying to know if you have a favorite app related to your theory that you wouldn't mind sharing.
I actually do have a favorite app. This is one app I love. It's called 123 Tracing. It is based on my approach to math and can be a very great source for kids to use their senses in relation to learning math.
Thank you very much, Maria. It's been a pleasure to have you share your ideas. We hope you come back soon.
Thanks for having me, friend.
Our second guest is a man from Switzerland and known for his distinguished theory of cognitive development. You can call him JP. Please give a big round of applause for my man, Jean Piaget. Here.
Thanks, I'm excited to be here.
So let's start off with you sharing a little about your ideas of cognitive development.
Well, Fred, I began by studying my 3 children. I was able to create a theory that describes the stages that all children go through during their development. There are 4 different stages I found to be apparent in a child's development. They are sensory motor, pre-operational, concrete operational, and formal operation.
Wow, that's an interesting way to develop a theory. What is your personal view on the technology that we are using in our classrooms?
Well, when focusing on technology, I like to explain the first stage of my theory, which is sensory motor. Because an infant's knowledge is limited to their sensory perceptions and motor activities, their behavior is limited to simple motor responses, which is caused by sensory stimuli. I believe technology is useful for children because it provides a variety of learning experiences to enhance the children's stimulus. However, I don't believe technology should be overused and replace the real experiences for children.
So with that being said, what is one of your favorite apps that you would like to share with our viewers?
Well, there's this one app called Laugh and Learn Animal Sounds, which was created by Fisher-Price. It is a great app that grabs the attention of infants because of the loud animal sounds. This stimulates some of the developmental senses to promote knowledge of the world around them in a fun, educational way.
That seems like a great educational tool for preschool teachers and parents as well. Everyone should check that out. Well, thank you for joining us, Jean. It was great to see you.
You too, Fred.
Please join us again. Our next guest is a Soviet psychologist best known for his theory on social development and his good looks. Everyone put your hands together for Lev Vygotsky. Thanks for being here, Lev.
I'm truly honored to be here, Fred.
So just like everyone else, let's start off with learning a little bit about your theory.
Well, my theory is based on the social development of children, but the part I will focus on today is known as the zone of proximal development, which some refer to as ZPD. ZPD is a concept that relates to the difference between what a child can achieve independently and what a child can achieve with guidance from a skilled partner or even technology.
Speaking of technology, what is your perspective on using technology inside of the classroom?
I believe technology can be used to facilitate learning within the ZPD. Teachers can use videos and interactive worksheets to engage their students and assist them through scaffolding. Online activities and projects can encourage the cooperation of students even when they're not in the classroom. I believe computers can be used as the more knowledgeable other.
Do you have any apps that you could recommend to our viewers at home?
I think the Bill Nye the Science Guy app is very useful for children. This app will help children achieve more because of the guidance it offers. It covers a bunch of different science areas and allows them to explore at Bill's desk. It also provides some do-it-yourself science ideas for children to explore. I highly recommend it.
Wow, that sounds like an interesting app. Always a pleasure to have you here, Lev.
Thanks, Fred.
Our last guest for today is from Pennsylvania and known for his theory on operant conditioning. He's one positive guy. Please welcome my good friend, B.F. Skinner. Nice to have you here, Skinner.
Thanks for having me, Fred.
How about you tell us a little bit about your theory of operant conditioning?
I base my studies on the behaviorist approach. I have found that people learn best through immediate positive reinforcement. A behavior is most likely to be strengthened when a favorable outcome, event, or reward occurs after an action. I came to this conclusion in 1953 when I visited my daughter's 4th grade class. All the students were expected to move through lessons at the same pace and wouldn't receive feedback until days after when the teacher graded the material. One way to look at my theory of positive reinforcement is to think of it as something being added as a reward.
What exactly is your perspective on technology being used in the classroom?
I think technology can be used as a great way to help with students' learning as long as they are being told if they are right or wrong immediately after using the app. Correct answers should come with some type of reward to positively reinforce the knowledge being learned, which many applications include these days. So overall, I believe technology is a good tool to implement my theory of operant conditioning in a classroom.
A reward is definitely a good thing. Do you have any tools or apps that you would consider useful for the students?
I do.
One app I encourage my own kids to use to further their knowledge is called Trivia Crack. The students are asked about all content areas such as history, science, art, and etc. The app immediately displays if the child's answer was correct or incorrect. Correct answers are rewarded with points.
Well, that sounds like a great resource to use for constructing operant conditioning in the classrooms. Thank you for joining us today, Skinner.
It's been a pleasure, Fred.
Let's give a round of applause for all of our guests that joined us today. Thank you for joining us this week, and see you in the neighborhood next week. Goodbye. Thanks for being here, love. Hello, Maria, and welcome to the neighborhood. I can't.
A behavior is most likely to be strengthened.
Stop. He's a positive guy. Oh, no.
Well, Fred, I began by
Stop rolling.
I know.
I don't remember how to do this part.
Thank you